Am I the asshole for refusing to stay with my sister to babysit her baby? I just graduated uni 2 months ago and have been staying over at my BF's place for 2 reasons. 1. So I could find a job since his place is closer to the city, so it's easier to look for a job. 2. Because whenever I stayed over at my sister's place, I'd always be the only one doing the chores and cooking. 6 months before I left for my last semester in uni, my older sister had a baby with a guy she'd been seeing from her work. The two of them have been in a situationship for over 2 years since the guy has a wife and kid but still persuade my sister. Neither of them have a stable income. They work in a band, but my sister really wanted to have a baby with him because he told her he'd leave his wife for her. He didn't. Now, I've been asked to help my sister take care of the baby sometimes during the weekend or whenever she had a gig at night. At first I was fine with it since I hadn't gotten a job yet and was mostly focused on my crochet business. But it's been getting more frequent to the point it's been difficult for me to work on my business and find a job, especially since she doesn't pay me for babysitting. This has been an issue for a while now and I've brought it up to my parents before, but my mom tells me to just deal with it and work it out with my sister, and my dad just thinks it's a pity that my sister has to send her baby to a friend instead of having me babysit. When I brought this up with my sister, she says she doesn't have the money to find a nanny, send her baby to a daycare or pay me, and that it's sad how I'm asking her to pay me even though she's told me that she's gotten a lot of money before but always splurges it on music equipment instead. This time she asked me to babysit for 5 days without pay since her friend who's been staying with her in exchange for babysitting would be out of town. I only agreed to take care of the baby for 2 days this time because I just got my period and haven't been feeling well. She seemed okay with it and said the rest of those days she could send the baby to another friend who's helped her before when I was still in uni. Today I found out she'd told our parents that I was staying at my BF's place instead of taking care of the baby, even though I did, because I got a text from my mom getting mad at me for refusing to take care of my nephew for the whole week. I told her that I did take care of the baby and am staying at my BF's place during the days I won't be taking care of the baby. Both my parents have been trying to convince me to stay with my sister just to take care of the baby even more now since we visited them last week. I've told them I don't want to be stuck babysitting a baby when it's not my responsibility, and it's not like she pays me to help her, but they think I'm just being an asshole. Am I really the asshole for refusing to stay with my sister to help babysit her baby? Why do so many supposed adults go running to mummy and daddy every time a sibling doesn't do what they want? Then mummy and daddy make the put upon sibling to be wrong, because oh well, family. Tell your damn sister that she chose to have a baby with a married man. She chose her job, her lifestyle, you didn't. Tell your interfering parents that they can babysit the child. Or they can pay for a babysitter. You are not the asshole absolutely, but put your foot down and say no. Not the asshole. Just say no. If your parents feel so strongly about it, then they can babysit. Not the asshole. She says she can't afford to pay you. Just tell her you can't afford to babysit for free anymore. Being related doesn't obligate you to help her. She's the one who chose to have a baby with a married man, not you. Not the asshole. Tell your parents that they can do the babysitting since they care about it so much. You have your own life to live. Go live it. Your sister is just going to have to figure her life out, even if it means giving up her dream of making a living playing in a band. She's got a baby now and it's her and the father's responsibility to care for the baby. Not yours. Not the asshole. Say no, not unless you get paid. Why is she not taking the baby with her on a 5-day trip? Not the asshole. You are not responsible for her life choices and the consequences of those choices. Do what you feel comfortable doing. That could be nothing, helping her once a week or whatever you decide works for you. But you are not obligated to fix the mess she created. Nata, tell them if they're so mad about it then they can babysit. Time for your sister to grow up and get a real job. Not the asshole, she knowingly had a child with a married man and now expects you to care for the child for free. You didn't have the baby. Your nephew is not your responsibility. If your parents are so damn concerned for their grandkid, they can babysit for free. Not the asshole. You have no obligation here. Not the asshole toward your family, not at all. But, a soft, you're the asshole to yourself. You do not deserve to be treated like this. Your sister is walking all over you. You deserve a better life than the one you're giving yourself. You are treating yourself miserably. You have the power to change this. It's difficult to stand up to family, but it's amazing gaining the independence. Not the asshole. Your sister is a real winner. Your parents are welcome to put their money where their mouth is and deliver on the moral high ground they seem to think they have. It's not your kid. It's not your responsibility. Why can't the grandparents babysit? Anyway, that baby is your sister's responsibility, not yours. Turn off your phone if you need to. Stop babysitting. Your sister will work it out somehow. Focus on getting that job and getting a life of your own. Your parent don't want her coming to them. These type of posts make me so sad. Do not let your love for your nibbling cause you to miss out on your own life. Stop offering any care for 5 weeks. Let her get in a habit of finding other help. Otherwise you will be babysitting the rest of your life. Not the asshole. Your sister made some life-changing decisions that are questionable at best. But whether these decisions are good or bad, they are hers and she will have to deal with them. Not your responsibility. And as others have pointed out, the amount of adults here that have babies, expect their siblings to take care of them, and if they don't, run to their parents to complain, is staggering. So has your parents always favored your sister? Has your sister always used you so selfishly? I wouldn't watch that baby one more second. I wouldn't even pick up her phone call. Your parents just don't want to watch the baby themselves, and you're the perfect scapegoat. If you don't bow down, they feel guilty for not helping sister. I wouldn't allow them to use me ever again. You do not owe your sister your life. You have nothing to do with her irresponsibility. Not the asshole. Sounds like your family wants a slave, not a sister. You have no obligation to babysit someone else's kid. Not the asshole unless you continue babysitting that kid. Not the asshole, it is your sister that needs to be the one to give up her dreams, career and social life to care for this child, not you. Not the asshole. Your sister, quite stupidly, decided to have a relationship and a child with a man she knew was married. Her poor decision-making isn't your problem or responsibility to solve. Why aren't your parents looking after their grandson if they want someone other than your sister to raise him? They're family too, so if keeping him with family is so important, they need to step up. Stay with your boyfriend or anywhere else. Don't let your family guilt or use you. Not the asshole. But it seems you need to go LC with them or grow a backbone. Block everyone and live your life. Not the asshole, you're being taken advantage of. Grandparents can babysit if they are able, since they care so strongly. If not, as the actual mother, your sister needs to figure out childcare. It probably means she'll have to pay for it. Her choice, consequences are also hers. Why do your parents want you to be taken advantage of? I don't understand this way of thinking. Being a babysitter is difficult enough without getting paid. Not the asshole H. Not the asshole. Just stop responding to any of them and keep prioritizing yourself. Try hard to get a job. Then you will be too busy to babysit. Your sister must absolutely pay you. Do not stay with her, just babysit until she gets home when she should have money. Don't discuss the situation with your parents. Nat. Tell them no. Focus on your job hunt. Your sister's choices are not your responsibility.